Healthy eating myths. These 8 foods may lead to chronic disease.
I avayuna im Jennifer.
First of all, I would like to say that we all want to live a healthy life, and eating is one of those parts that we value, right? After all, who doesn't love food? We smell, taste, and enjoy all kinds of food every day. Some of us even feel that life is all about food. However, you may have noticed that there is a plethora of information out there about healthy eating, and sometimes they even contradict each other. For example, one piece of information will tell you that eating vegetables is the key to good health, but another piece of information will say, be careful, some vegetables may contain harmful substances. What should one do? In fact, this is also because the path of healthy eating is not a straight line, but more like a labyrinth. On the one hand, each of us has different physiology, metabolic levels, and physical needs, and there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all diet that will suit everyone. On the other hand, every food has its own unique nutrient profile and may have its own special characteristics. That's why it's important to keep your food as varied as possible while being mindful of the principle of moderation. Next, let's talk about the relationship between chronic diseases and some so-called healthy diets. 1. Skimmed foods. Skimmed food sounds like a very healthy concept, right? After all, foods that are low in fat are often universally recognized as healthier. Things like low-fat milk, skimmed yogurt, and even some skimmed snacks make us feel like we're enjoying a meal without adding too many calories. And I'm guessing you've probably heard, reducing fat intake reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease, and from that perspective, skimmed foods really are a good choice. But is this really the case? Ergo, and this kind of compels me to shatter this wonderful illusion, I must tell you that skimmed food does not necessarily mean healthier. First of all, although skimmed foods are lower in fat, to compensate for the change in taste and flavor due to the removal of fat, manufacturers usually add more sugar or other additives such as artificial flavors and colors. This means that while you are consuming these seemingly healthy skimmed foods, you are also consuming a lot of sugar at the same time, which may undoubtedly have an impact on controlling your blood sugar and weight. And you may be surprised, but scientific studies have shown that natural fats in moderation are actually beneficial for our health. For example, one study found that the natural fats in full-fat yogurt may be good for heart health, while those who consumed full-fat milk instead had a lower risk of diabetes and obesity. That's the scientific opinion and findings about skimmed foods today. It turns out that seemingly healthy foods are not always the best choice for us. So the next time you see something labeled low-fat or fat-free at the mall, maybe you should stop. 2. Beverage powders. Many people can't get enough of these colorful and flavorful drink mixes. All you need to do is add some water or milk, and you can instantly enjoy a delicious drink, whether it's a refreshing lemon tea, or a steaming hot cocoa drink, or one of those sweet and savory fruit drinks. You can make it if you want to. How can it not be popular when it's so convenient, so varied, and so delicious? But then again, convenience and deliciousness like this often comes with some potential problems, and drink powders are no exception. The main hidden dangers of this, I think, might be sugar and additives. Many drink powders tend to have a lot of sugar added in order to add texture and flavor. And too much sugar intake, did you know, can increase the risk of diabetes, obesity, and even heart disease? And if your diet is always filled with these high-sugar foods, your tongue may gradually lose the perception of the subtle sweetness in natural foods, and that's even more of a headache. One study showed that every child in the United States consumes an average of about 224 calories a day from sugar-sweetened beverages, which accounts for almost 10% of their total calorie intake. What's more, regular drinkers of sugary beverages had a significantly higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes and heart disease. As for additives, like colors and flavors, while they can make a drink look and smell more appealing, Too much of them can cause some other problems, such as allergic reactions, and even, in some cases, studies have shown that they may be linked to the development of some diseases. 3. Nut butters. Nut butters, especially peanut butter and almond butter, are very common foods in our lives. They have a mellow flavor and rich texture and are excellent for spreading on bread or with other foods. Let's start by looking at some of the reasons why Nutella is often seen as a healthy food by everyone. Nutella is rich in unsaturated fats, a type of fat that is good for our heart health and can help lower bad cholesterol. Nutella is also rich in protein and fiber, which is generally satiating, which is great for weight control. However, eating Nutella is not completely without its concerns. First of all, there is the issue of calories. Nutella is quite high in calories, and although some of them come from healthy fats, if you consume too much of them, you may gain weight. Another issue is sugar. Some nut butters may have sugar added for flavor, which can increase sugar intake. Now let's see what the scientific research says. In fact, there are many studies that support the health benefits of Nutella. For example, one study found that people who regularly eat nuts or nut butters have a much lower risk of heart disease than those who don't. And a report from the Harvard School of Public Health states that Nutella is a good choice for a diabetic diet because it provides energy with little impact on blood sugar. Overall, Nutella can be part of a healthy diet, but the key is also to control your intake and be careful to choose products that are unsweetened or have very little sugar. As my friend often says, everything in moderation. What do you think? 4. Frozen food. Frozen food. The name may make you think of frozen pizza, frozen dumplings, and so on. These foods do provide convenience in a busy life. They are available almost immediately when we don't have time to prepare fresh food. In fact, some frozen foods are healthier than people think. Like frozen vegetables and fruits, they are frozen immediately after harvest, allowing most of the vitamins and minerals to be preserved. The freshness of the food is maintained in the frozen state. However, there are some problems with frozen foods as well. Many people are concerned that they often contain high levels of sodium, which can lead to health problems such as high blood pressure. In addition, to add flavor, many frozen foods have a lot of added sugar and fat, too much of which is not good for the body. Some studies have found that although frozen vegetables and fruits may lose some of their vitamin C during the freezing process, their other nutrients, such as dietary fiber, vitamin A, and minerals, are well preserved. However, we should still try to eat less of those frozen foods with a lot of added flavorings. It can be said that frozen food is a good choice compared to fresh food without any. However, we should read food ingredient labels, watch out for frozen foods that are high in sodium, sugar, and fat, and remember that fresh foods should always be the majority of our diet. 5. Margarine. Margarine was initially produced as a healthier alternative to those rich in saturated fats. It is usually made from vegetable oils such as soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, etc., which are then hydrogenated to make them semi-solid and look similar to butter. The main advantage of margarines is that they usually contain less saturated fat and cholesterol, which makes them a good choice for those concerned about heart health. Not only that, but because of its plant-based origin, margarine is also often chosen by those who are vegan or have lactose intolerance. However, while margarines can reduce saturated fat intake, some studies have found that they can contain high levels of trans fats. It may surprise you to learn that trans fat is a type of fat that increases bad cholesterol and decreases good cholesterol and is often associated with increased rates of heart disease. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that a better option may be to use butter substitutes that are lower in saturated fat and free of trans fats, such as olive oil and canola oil. This type of research also reminds us that even though certain foods are considered healthier choices, we need to take into account their overall nutritional properties when actually consuming them. Margarine is a food that has its advantages, but it is also important to be aware of its possible problems. 6. Energy drinks. Generally speaking, energy drinks are those that have added ingredients that increase stamina and mental alertness. Examples include caffeine, taurine, various types of vitamins, and other supplements. Let's take a look at why some people are particularly fond of these drinks. First of all, one of the main selling points of energy drinks is that they contain ingredients that provide instant energy. Many people will choose to drink these drinks when they are exercising or when they need to stay awake for a long time, such as driving all night to study or work. However, with energy drinks, we must also warn about some possible risks. The first is excessive caffeine intake, which can lead to panic attacks, insomnia, headaches, and even more serious heart problems. In addition, many energy drinks contain high levels of sugar, which, if left unchecked, may lead to excessive sugar intake, which may not only increase body weight, but may also affect blood sugar. Many studies have pointed out that energy drinks may have adverse effects on the body, especially among minors and people with pre-existing heart problems. For example, a study published in Environmental Health and Preventive Medicine noted that frequent consumption of energy drinks may increase the risk of heart disease and other health problems. Suffice it to say, energy drinks may offer convenience in some cases, but everyone must be aware of the possible risks involved and make an informed decision when consuming them. 7. Vegetable oils. When we talk about cooking oils, vegetable oil is surely one of the essential options. Being an essential partner in the kitchen, vegetable oils play an important role in baking, frying, and cooking a variety of foods. But did you know that? The science behind even such an ingredient that we use day and night is equally deep and interesting. Vegetable oil is a plant-derived cooking oil that is mainly extracted from the seeds or fruits of various plants. Common types of vegetable oils include canola oil, soybean oil, olive oil, and sunflower oil. These oils contain large amounts of what are known as unsaturated fats, including monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats. Both monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats are considered good fats because they provide needed fats while helping to lower blood cholesterol levels and prevent cardiovascular disease. For example, olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fats, while flaxseed oil and soybean oil, which are rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, are the main sources of polyunsaturated fats. However, vegetable oils are not perfect. First, most vegetable oils are chemically refined, a process that can introduce harmful substances. Second, cooking at high temperatures may lead to the oxidation of unsaturated fatty acids, which can produce harmful free radicals. Therefore, selectors debut that we should prefer cold-pressed or organic vegetable oils and try to avoid prolonged cooking at high temperatures. In addition, different vegetable oils have different smoke points, i.e., the temperature at which the oil begins to smoke up and break down to produce harmful substances, which affects how they are best suited for cooking. For example, canola and soybean oils have a higher smoke point and are suitable for sautéing, while olive oil has a lower smoke point and is more suitable for low-temperature cooking or as a seasoning. Most importantly, we should not forget that too much of any ingredient, including vegetable oils, is not beneficial. 8. Salad dressing. When it comes to salad dressings, you may immediately think of that rich yogurt flavor or a spicy French dressing. Needless to say, these salad dressings can greatly enhance the taste of a salad, allowing us to savor the richness and variety of flavors while enjoying fresh vegetables. However, just like anything, salad dressings have their two sides. While they bring flavor to salads, some salad dressings may be higher in calories and fat than we think. In particular, some store-bought salad dressings may contain a lot of added sugar and artificial additives, which may affect the nutritional value of the salad to some extent. So, let's see what the scientific research says. In the Journal of the American Heart Association, a study suggests that the high calorie and fat content of some salad dressings may increase the risk of heart disease and diabetes. This goes to show that even though eating a salad is healthy, pairing it with some unhealthy salad dressings can be counterproductive. Therefore, we should be careful when choosing salad dressings, and it is best to choose those products that are low in fat, low in sugar, and have no artificial additives. And we can also make our own salad dressings so that we can better control the ingredients and nutrition in them. That's all for this episode. Thanks for watching.